I'm sure you've heard of the saying, the world's a stage, and in this case, the truth really is stranger than fiction. After the unfortunate passing of Kim Porter back in 2018, the streets were talking and came to a unanimous conclusion that something ain't quite right in the buttermilk. Conspiracies tied to high-profile celebs aren't anything new, but no one would have ever guessed the Al B. Sure would come out of the woodworks to declare that Lady KP not only did not die from natural causes, but that she was murdered, and he thinks they are after him next. In a strange turn of events, New Jack Swing pioneer and Quincy Brown's daddy, for all the Gen Zers watching, took to social media on the anniversary of Kim Porter's death to share a rather puzzling video of himself in distress after finding out about the passing of the mother of his second oldest son. While fans suggested the upload was a little odd, Al insisted that the vid was taken a while back in the middle of practicing for his bit he was scheduled to do for the BET Soul Train Awards. But bump all that. Reading further down under the caption underneath the video is what really made us pull the emergency brake and had everybody shook. "This is where I get in trouble," Al had written. "I do know very clearly that hashtag Kimberly didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia. That's some bullshit." Following that up with, "She was in fantastic health as well, laughing, seeing me and Diddy's mutual exchange at the theater." As you'd expect, this immediately sent everyone in a frenzy, with people coming up with their own think pieces right there in his comment section, to which Al actually responded to quite a few of them, giving ammunition to some of the conspiracies. One user wrote, "God bless your soul, Al B. The all-knowing, all-seeing God is at work. Hashtag what's done in the dark will come to light." To which Al replied, "We good and we'll get through this as well. If not, we know who and why." The blogs were buzzing with this revelation given by such a close contact of Kim's. But before we knew it, Al's post was controlled, alt, and deleted, never to be seen again. Except this is the internet and nothing is ever truly gone forever. Despite completely scrapping the post, Al continued on with his tributes to Kim over the months and years and didn't let up on his suspicions. And yet another Kim P related post with a side-by-side comparison of he and Kim next to their son Quincy and his star castmate Ryan Destiny, he goes on to say that Kim had sent him the photo attached with the message, "Life imitates art. Art imitates life." The picture was cute and all, but the caption finished off with Al saying that Kim was running and that he told her to call the FBI. Now wait a dang minute. What you mean by that, Al? Of course, this got the people sitting upright in their seats yet again. Unlike the first go-round, he didn't delete the entire post. He did, however, change the caption and deleted all talks about the FBI. Though this wouldn't be the first time Al allegedly told Kim to run for the hills and seek help. As you may already know, Kim Porter died in her sleep on November 15, 2018, due to what coroner reports say was lobar pneumonia, leaving behind 4 children. Like we've already gone over, Al B seems to believe that Kim's death wasn't due to the illness, but a homicide. Not only that, but he actually shared a message to a close friend stating they might be after him next. Not too long ago, Al's son, Al B. Shore Jr., popped up to inform us that his father had recently gotten out of a 2-month-long coma that nobody even knew about. What in the episode of Star? Is all of that merely a crazy coincidence? Fans don't seem to think so. Who is they, Al? Who is they? And where exactly did all of his suspicions stem from? If not, we know who and why. Who, as in Diddy? Here's why some seem to think so. It's no secret that Diddy has a bad boy reputation, similar to the name of his label. But calling him a bad boy is watering down his true status. Let the people tell it, Puff Honeycombs is a downright snake. Evil. The devil in the flesh. When he's not scamming his signed artists out of millions, he's putting hits out on people. Allegedly. The abundant East Coast versus West Coast docus highlighting Tupac and Biggie's feud in the 90s often name-drop Diddy as being a suspect or at least having info on the true happenings surrounding those incidents. Even in Eminem's diss track to Machine Gun Kelly, M drops the verse, "But this idiot boss pops pills and tells him he's got skills. But Kels, the day you put out a hit's the day Diddy admits that he put the hit out that got Pac killed." Sure, Eminem admits it was all jokes nearing the song's end, but I don't know about all that. Although Kim was now with Diddy, Kim often confided in Al about all the mishaps going on behind closed doors at the Combs house. One incident being the infamous screw accident, where Kim reportedly dug a screw into Diddy's wrist in the midst of one of their many fights. But we'll talk about that in another video. Another time being when Kim told Al about a certain situation she'd been going through with Diddy, which gave Al the urge to tell Andre Harrell, the founder of Uptown Records. Cause in case you didn't know, Al, Kim, and Diddy were all a part of and worked at Uptown back in their heydays. What Al didn't know was that Andre would up and confront Diddy about it. This sparking the array of harassment and stalking on Diddy's end towards Al B, allegedly. Someone from Diddy's camp even told Al that Diddy had paid him to wear wires whenever Albert was around due to Diddy's suspicions that Al was still in cahoots with Kim. Surveillance cameras were set up, and Diddy had paid a bad boy employee to rent a place near Al's residence just to watch him. Kim even warned Al one night not to attend a dinner his folks were trying to get him to go to, because supposedly Diddy and co. were also going to be there and confront Al. Another intricate reason why Al may think Kim Porter was possibly murdered is due to the ongoing rumor that she was releasing a tell-all book, and she was surely going to tell it all. Once Diddy got word of this, he said, "Not on my watch," and took Kim right on out of here. Of course, this is just a conspiracy, and no one knows the full ins and outs of Kim's mysterious passing. But it's reported that her laptops were nowhere to be found once investigators checked out the scene. Although the theory of Kim's murder, more specifically her being poisoned, is prominently out there, actual proof of her potentially writing a tell-all book is nowhere to be found. Stylist Lisa Pulp did, however, come out and say that Kim dreamt about writing a book, but it would have been a book about raising well-mannered children in Hollywood. Given all we know about Diddy's past, we wouldn't put anything past him. But perhaps maybe Kim's death was entirely natural? A week before her passing, Kim supposedly wasn't feeling too well and made her kids stay with Diddy just 3 days before her death, telling Diddy to take care of her babies. And although Al was heavily sedated, cooped up in a hospital bed for months after being told he only had 4 to 6 months to live, his illness reportedly had been ongoing for over a year. Full details about his illness are yet to be disclosed, which further leads to ongoing conspiracies surrounding both his abrupt illness, he says took place after the left side of his body went completely numb one day after a meeting, and Kim Porter's death. Perhaps he too was poisoned? Or maybe this is all just one big eerie coincidence. Whichever side it may be, and whichever side you're leaning toward, the truth really is stranger than fiction. Not even fiction could make this stuff up. What do you think really happened to Kim Porter and Al B. Shore? Do you also believe something very strange is going on? Or do you think everyone needs to cool it with the conspiracies, including Al B. himself? As always, let us know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments, and stay tuned for more true celebrity stories.